Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to be talking about Apecoin and going over this massive breakout that we have on the daily chart. So if you're new to the channel and you want to show some support, please do consider leaving a like and subscribe. So we have this very important and defined level at around $5.18. We saw this was the low back on the May 11th capitulation. And really, I've just been talking about this level consistently in all my Apecoin videos, basically because it was just such a defined area. This was the level we turned around and had a pretty remarkable bounce here following this capitulation. We pumped around 87% in the following 2 to 3 days. So this was a very key level. And then you saw when we broke below this, the market did not respond well, right? We dropped about 37% in the following 3 days from losing this level, and we saw it as resistance in both this June and early July timeframe. So again, we had support on this in May, and then we flipped it into resistance in June and July. So now we are starting to break back above this on this pretty massive green candle here, up around 20% at the time of this recording. But I think we have to take a step back here and say, all right, well, we obviously have this massive breakout, but we would like to see some confirmation, right? Maybe a few more daily closes above this level, maybe a range, maybe consolidation. Any of those are all great. We do want to see this actually hold, because if we're starting to come back down and lose this level once again, then that's to me, it's going to look like, well, we were just a little bit early, we had a failed breakout, and we might need to consolidate in this range for a bit longer. But if you do see some confirmation, so maybe a retest, maybe consolidation, anything like that, where we're coming back to this level, holding it as support, and holding this general range here, then I'm going to start becoming a lot more bullish on Apecoin, and really I'm going to start targeting some of these higher valuations, right? So I do have my eyes on this $9.15 level as probably the next major area of resistance to watch out for. Really, this was kind of the level we bounced back up to following this capitulation back in May. So I do think this was kind of an important resistance zone to watch out for. Following the capitulation, we saw several candles kind of having this as their range high, really consolidating here, and then ultimately this is what capped the upside. So if we're starting to see a retest of support, if we're starting to see consolidation above this level, then really I'm going to start targeting this $9 and $9 region, right? It's in general going to be the next key level on this daily chart. And if you're following my videos surrounding the actual project with Yuga Labs, I do believe that there are going to be some potential catalysts for maybe some more growth towards this coin, because I think that the Yuga Labs is going to be incorporating Apecoin into their project in the coming weeks, considering how basically they had this utility phase where Apecoin was needed to mint an NFT project. So that brought a lot of demand. The demand drive pushed this all the way up to this blow off phase. You know, we haven't really seen any utility to Apecoin since then, but I do think they are going to be introducing some utility coming up in the next few weeks with the actual tech demo release of their project just a few days ago. And I do think that that's going to bring a lot of hype and demand drive into maybe this $9 region as some sort of potential resistance into the next few weeks. But again, if we're starting to lose this level, right, if we're coming back below, consolidating below this, then it's a little premature. We might have to go a few more weeks into this consolidation range before we can ultimately start to target that. So overall, I do think Apecoin is pretty bullish here. One last thing I want to talk about here is the 50-day simple moving average. We really haven't seen much interaction with the 50-day simple moving average, considering how young Apecoin is. Really, we were below it for its entire history because the 50-day average really just kind of formed here in May following the first 50 candles here. But basically, we're starting to come back above this after not being above it for a while. So in the event of some sort of correction, we might be able to hold this as support. So do keep an eye out for that in the event we're starting to maybe correct back down to around $5.18. So that's the end of my analysis. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you have any comments, suggestions, or feedback, please do leave those below. And as always, I will see you in the next one.